Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo and Parkway RV Center. Got another nice crossover fifth wheel, very affordable crossover fifth wheel we're going to show today. And today we're going to look at a 2006 Keystone Raptor 3612 DS. Guys, this unit is 38 feet long, has two slide outs. I've got the generator running on it right now. It's got a built-in 5500 Onan gasoline generator. Got a 12-foot garage bay with a ramp door in the back if you want to use it for a toy hauler. Of course, you know, guys, I've said it before, crossover is the most versatile type of fifth wheel you can buy. You can use that back garage bay as a toy hauler. You can use it as a second bedroom, a hobby room, a storage room. A lot of people who are full-timing in fifth wheels are buying crossovers because you've got a 12x8 garage bay built into the back you can use for a storage room. So a lot of versatility with the crossover floor plan. And this one's only $21,900, and it's a Raptor too, guys. It's 38 feet long, weighs about 11,331, has a 4,100 pound cargo carrying capacity. So if you're going to haul bikes in it, if you're going to put your stuff in it, build you a garage in the back, a work area, a hobby room, whatever you're going to do with it, guys, you got 4,100 pounds of weight you can mess with. Triple axle. So keep in mind, guys, triple axle. You know, this thing loaded, you're going to need a dually truck to tow it. I know, I hear it all the time. Oh, but Ford or Ram says my 2500 or F250 truck can tow 18,000 pounds. Yeah, just because they say it doesn't mean you should tow it. Guys, when you, as a rule of thumb, I've always gone by this, when it's got 3 axles, you need 6 wheels to tow it. Now, you'll be all right just going locally with a smaller truck, but here's the thing, you get out west, you get around trucks, you get around getting blowed around, those extra 2 wheels, the safety factor is just incredible, the difference having those 6 wheels versus 4. So make sure you have the right truck for this fifth wheel. So, you know, I'll let you be the judge of that. You know, look up if you don't know what your truck can tow, look in the video link below. There is a link to my free interactive tow guide so you can look up what your vehicle can tow. But remember, guys, just because in laboratory conditions, some engineers that probably never towed a camper on the open road their entire life says they can tow this much because they get paid more for the more weight that they can come up with that says they can tow it. That doesn't mean that you should on the open road. I'm just telling you from many years of experience. You know, I've seen a lot of accidents when I was transporting RVs for a living. And you know, when you're towing something and you see something similar to it, you always pay closer attention to it than you would, say, a car wreck. I can tell you one thing that I saw that every accident I ever seen had in common. They were all being towed with 4-wheel trucks. Now, I'm not saying you can't tow campers with a 4-wheel truck. You can. Just make sure it's the right camper. I'm not going to try to squeeze through there. Make sure it's the right camper for your truck to handle and your skill level. Does have a, well, I think it's got one. Let's make sure. Yep, it does have the fuel station. You know, all in all, this is a decent fifth wheel, guys. Got a couple little things on it. Rear ramp door, it's like an 8-foot ramp door tall, spring loaded, so you can open it easy. I just can't open it up because we're right back up to a fence. Got a patio awning. I do have to put a battery in it, guys. The battery in it, several years old, it's pretty much shot. Won't hold the charge, that's why I've got the jump box hooked to it. Because if I unhook a generator and lights and everything dies. So I got my jump box hooked to it, so I'll put a new battery in. Unfortunately, guys, apparently we got a battery shortage now. I don't know if it's everywhere or just here. They got a 12-gallon water heater, got where they've, I don't know what in the world they've done there, but anyway, back to the battery situation. We carry Interstate Deep Cycle Marine batteries, and my Interstate guy called us this morning and said the truck may be delayed by several days to a week. So I'm kind of rationing out our remaining batteries we have in stock. He said they're having a battery shortage. I don't know if that's nationwide, just for Interstate, or just for our area. I don't know. Lord, I hope we're not starting that again. As long as the toilet paper don't get rationed out, I'll be good. You know, last year during the toilet paper shortage, I just about ran out of socks. So, so I hope we don't have that issue again this year. Let's walk in, let's look inside, guys, and step inside. We did install new carpet in here. So, has brand new carpet. That's gonna save you about $1,200 having to do that. It wasn't all that bad, but anytime you're dealing with a 15-year-old vehicle, or 16-year-old vehicle, tow vehicle, or a fifth wheel or travel trailer, more of them need carpet than don't need carpet. So we went ahead and put new carpet in it. I do have to, I've got these new carpet, guys. They didn't know about the brackets for the table booth. So I'm gonna have to have one of my guys install a couple of the table brackets for the peg legs so you can make the table booth. So I've got it made into a bed right now. But the table booth's in great shape. I just bolted it out like that until I get the guys in here to put some new brackets in the floor so you can use it for a table booth or a bed. I got a pull-out sleeper sofa, guys. This thing is clean as a pin for an 06 up here. Ceiling fan, it's got double roof airs. One's ducted, one's not, both. Well, the main one's 15,000 BTU and the other one's 13.5. They both work great. You do have a queen loft bed up here. So this can be your guest sleeping quarters, can be a storage shelf. Refrigerator looks good. It hasn't got cold in the bottom. Ooh, that freezer is cold. So it's definitely working, guys. Storage, little pantry. You know, not bad. I mean, of course, any toy hauler crossover is going to have less interior storage as far as cabinet space than a traditional fifth wheel. That's the only downside, but not bad. Let's go to the front. Again, guys, brand new carpet, done a great job. Queen Island bed in the front. You've got closet. Excuse the ugly guy in the mirror. East-west. Queen Island bed. You know, decent sized closet. Shelf up top. Put my light on. Okay. Inside, got a little more shoe storage. You know, closet space, things like that. It does not have washer and dryer hookups. Most toy haulers back then, or crossovers, didn't have them. There's your second AC. It's a non-ducted, just a central unit, pretty much for cooling the front bedroom off. Most of the time, that one air will do a fantastic job. You just use that if it gets really hot, or if you like it really cold. Shower. Glassed-in shower, looks good. Stickers are still in here. A little bit yellow, but not bad at all. I don't think this thing's been stored outside much. As most of you know, in fact, it's more like an ivory color than a yellow color. As most of you know, when you have a skylight in a shower, if the unit's been stored outside a lot, it will start turning a bright yellow color. So I don't think this one has. Even got a little tub. Water closet, aka the crapper. It's got a Sealand RV toilet, so it's a China RV toilet. You can see the border, wallpaper border. That's a sign that it hasn't been stored in extreme hot weather, at least not buttoned up, because that would peel around the edges as the glue lets loose if it's been stored in hot weather without any air circulating or anything like that. So, you know, everything I'm seeing so far tells me it's been pretty well taken care of. The only issue I have, condition-wise, is just because it's dirty. I'll get somebody in here to see if they can clean it up a little bit, but it has been used as a toy hauler. So the back has got a little more wear and tear, but I guess all in all, for a 16-year-old vehicle, it's not that bad. But it has been used some, and I'll get him back here to clean it up a little bit. But the walls look pretty good. I mean, no wrinkled spots. It does have the screen that comes down. You know, back then they really didn't put the back porch kit on these, but you could rig one of those up with some steel cables and some eye hooks pretty easy enough if you wanted to do that. Got some overhead storage. I do like that. Nice and tall. You know, this is a 102 wide body fifth wheel, so you've got a true 8 feet wide interior space. Of course, you got plenty of tracks, so you can tie everything down. That is your roof ladder for the outside, your 50 amp power cord, which I don't need right now since I'm running on the internal generator. Little towel rack, a little bit of storage there, a little bit of storage here, and that is a 12x8 garage bay. And what I was saying, guys, you know, even if you don't need this for hauling toys, it's so versatile. You know, you can put whatever you want back here. You can put your second bedroom back here. You can put your office back here. You can put you a, like I said, if you're full-timing, and you know, thing about full-timers is you can never carry enough stuff with you. You got so much stuff you got to pay for a storage building. Guys, this is the size of most storage buildings you rent every month. You can carry it with you, and there's no slides in here, so you don't have to worry about reshuffling stuff around just to bring the rooms in. So, like I said, the crossover to me is the most versatile floor plan you can buy in a fifth wheel. You're not stuck to just a single purpose. It's a multi-purpose vehicle or fifth wheel. Pop-out vents. But the fact is, there's no smoke or pet odors. I do like that. Air conditioner works, feels good. I do like the ceiling fan. Of course, I've just got the one air on. I don't have both. I did try the other one earlier, but it works. So, looks like they took the TV but left the DVD player. Go figure. No big deal, guys. TV's cheapest thing you buy for an RV. So, you know, you can always go to Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, wherever you can get the best deal at. I usually order them online at walmart.com. That's where I get the best deals for TVs. But just depends on how picky you are. I'm not big on all the 4K plus this, and this, curved screen and all that stuff. You know, I don't watch TV very often, so I'm fine with just a basic TV, even if it's a few years old. It's perfectly fine with me. But, of course, it's just for a small TV. But the good thing about it, if you're big into TV, you got that 12x8 garage bay back there. Heck, guys, you can put you a whole mini movie theater in there if you want to. Like I said, the sky's the limit with a crossover. You've got a 12x8 blank slate with a opening garage door. You know, a lot of people who have who need a wheelchair ramp buy these crossovers because you've got your wheelchair ramp built right in the back. It's got the dovetail for easier loading and unloading too. So a lot of things you can do with it, guys. Put some cots back there, an air mattress. You can put you a bed back there. I mean, it's just it's use your imagination. You know, I sold one of these one time years ago to a guy that did leather, and in fact, I'm wearing a belt I bought from him today. Or I actually, come to think of it, I bought 3 or 4 belts from him. I still wear them almost every day. But he bought a toy hauler just so he can make a leather workshop in the back for when he goes to these rodeos and flea markets and festivals and stuff like that, and have a generator and living quarters in the front. I mean, it's ideal setup for something like that. Or if you're into crafts or whatever, you know. I mean, anybody can use an extra storage, an extra 12x8 space to do whatever you want, especially if you're going to be living in one. Man cave, she shed, whatever you want to do with it, office. Anyway, guys, this unit's only $21,900. So I know it's not perfect. I know it's got a few little uh-ohs and a little dirty here and there. But, guys, you got to look at what you're getting for the price you're paying. This thing's an incredible deal for the money. Generator works, fridge works, airs work, slide outs work. It's ready to go. All you got to do, as far as what we cover, as far as our basic inspection, we've already done it. I've already done it. So all you got to do is just come in and pay for it. Of course, you can inspect it further if you want to. You know, if you want to come down, spend some time in it, I am going to put a battery in it. I'm going to fix that table booth, the brackets on it that go to the floor. But other than that, guys, it's ready to go. I'll have that done in a few days, I hope. So once I get that done, guys, you can come look at it, inspect it, do your own inspection, see what works and what doesn't, see if it's the right one for you. But for $21,900, guys, I only guarantee the basic major components. way I figure, guys, is you're saving a lot of money on this fifth wheel. You know, I don't really think you're going to spend a lot of money repairing it, but I don't know because I haven't gone that far into it. So come out and do your own inspection. Pay to have it inspected, whatever you want to do from a third-party inspector. But, you know, that's the only way we're selling them right now, guys. We just don't have the manpower. Techs, I've got one tech left. That's because these corporate you-know-whats are coming in and stealing everybody from everything. We had 2 local dealers in our area sell out to the same corporation. So everybody thinks they're competitors, but they're actually not. So it's kind of funny. Then, of course, we got good old rip-off world, too. So, and then let's be honest with you guys, so many people's not wanting to work right now, and there's not that many techs to begin with. This is not a career. Even though if I was in high school or just graduated high school, I want to do something for a living, and I was younger and better health, you bet your bottom dollar I'd go into being an RV tech if I knew what I knew now, because those guys can pretty much make what they want if they've got the skills and they've got the training and the certifications. So because of the fact I'm so short-handed on techs, because they're going to these other places and making stupid money an hour that I can't even begin to afford to pay them without going significantly up on my prices. And I mean significantly up. You know, we're stuck with what we have. And of course, you know, grass ain't always greener on the other side. And tech I've got now knows that because he left to go somewhere else. He wasn't there 60 days. He went to a corporation. He was back. He said he couldn't deal with that, even if it was more money. So, like I said, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Remember that. But anyway, guys, that's the situation we're in. That's why we're still doing the basic inspections. I'm sorry. I was hoping by now to be back to doing the full 4-page inspection, but we'll get there. Don't worry. All this is going to level out. I have strong faith in that. All this is going to stabilize, level out. People get back to work, and we'll get back to doing what we do. But until then, guys, I've got my prices marked down to accommodate what I'm doing. This is a $24,900 fifth wheel if I did a full inspection. I've got it for $21,900. So I can promise you this, guys, that $3,000 in savings will pay for anything you need to repair on this coach and then some. So keep that in mind. I mean, it is priced accordingly. So for $21,900, haggle-free firm, we check the generator, roof airs, refrigerator, and slide outs. We guarantee all those to work. And like I said, if you want to check anything else on top of that, you need to come look at it, check it out yourself, or pay one of those third-party RV inspectors to do it for you. However you want to do it, guys, we're here to help you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We do have financing available with approved credit down payment. We do offer nationwide delivery. If you need delivery, call us, give us, and we'll give you a quote. Pretty much on delivery, guys, all we ask you to do is reimburse us our cost to get it to you and pay my driver and pay the fuel. But, so keep in mind, well, you know, you get a really good deal on delivery. And really, by the time you take off of work, come get it yourself and pay the fuel and the wear and tear in your truck, it's going to be about the same as if you do it or we do it. But anyway, keep in mind, guys, we do have some financing available with approved credit on an 06. I mean, obviously not as much if it was like a 2014 or 15, but we do have financing available with approved credit and down payment. We do have a good selection of crossover toy haulers right now. I think we got 4 or 5, so go to my website, parkwayrvcenter.com, see what we have available. And this is the lowest priced one, but we do have other ones available for a little bit more, a little bit newer. So it just depends on what you want to spend, what floor plan works best for you, and what fits your budget the best. That's the main thing. I always tell people, even though it sounds like an old car salesman line, but there's a lot of truth to this statement. It don't matter how cheap the price is. If it's not the right one for you, it's not the right one. There's no such thing as a good deal on the wrong RV. So keep that in mind. I learned that many, many years ago, and I'm sure many of you have too. If it's not the right one for you, don't matter what the price is. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smash me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Feel free to comment, share on social media. feel free to subscribe to RVs with Big Bo. You can go to my Facebook page, RVs with Big Bo, like it. You can always send me a message through my Facebook page. Yeah, that's the only way I really talk to everybody, guys. I'm out here on the lot 9 times out of 10, so it's hard to get me on the phone. And honestly, I don't sell. I do the advertising, so I mean, I couldn't sell this to you, but if you've got a question just about RVs in general, this brand, that brand, this or that, I mean, advice, I'll be happy to give it, guys. Just go to my Facebook page, RVs with Big Bo, send me a message, and I'll get back to you. Come out, take a look. Guys, we've got plenty of inventory. Well, not as much I'd like to have, but we got more than most. And come out, look around. You can look without being escorted by a salesperson. You can look without going through a sales office and getting pressured to buy and all that stuff. We don't do that, guys. One of our main things, we just let people look. All we ask you to do is respect our property. Don't turn anything on. Don't turn batteries on. Don't start flipping switches or anything like that. I don't mind you doing that stuff as long as there's a salesperson with you to make sure everything's put back and turned off and nothing's damaged and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm not saying you can't do that stuff, but you just have to do it with one of my salespeople present. Is all that I'm asking, because I don't, you know what, guys, not many dealers let you look through inventory without a salesperson with the price on them. And we have no upsells, we have no extra fees, $21.9 plus applicable sales tax. That's it. Easy, simple, and done. We're not like Rip Off World and all these other places that add thousands of dollars in fees on top of the sales price and try to upsell you on financing, upsell you on warranties and gap insurance and interior and exterior protection packages. All that stuff's marked up 3 or 4 times dealer cost. Don't fall for that, guys. That's how you go in on a 21.9 fifth wheel and you leave owing $35,000 on it. So, you know, keep that in mind. We don't do any of that. It's easy, simple, and done. You know, we don't mark interest rates up. Other dealers on financing, you go through their finance department, they mark rates up. We don't. Whatever the bank approves you for is what you pay. Now, it may be a little bit higher rate because this is an 06 than, like, say, one that's 7 or 8 years newer. But that's the bank's call, not ours. You know, we're at their mercy just like you are. They're the ones that have the money to lend. We don't. So whatever they say is what we pass along to you. Other dealerships, they might get you approved at a little bit lower rate, but they'll mark it up and overcharge you by 2 or 3% on financing over the life of an RV loan. That can add up to a big chunk of change. You're overpaying. And the same way with the upsells, guys. All that stuff's marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost, extended warranties, and gap insurance. Most of that stuff is not worth the paper it's written on. Always say no to upsells. Say no to upsells. When you finance an RV, your 2 main priorities is not payment. It's not upsells. Your 2 main priorities: interest rate as low as possible and your amount financed as low as possible. Your payment will always fall in line with how much money you finance. So pay as much money down as you can. Say no to anything that will raise your amount financed up, because you're double paying when you do that, because you're paying an interest rate markup and you're paying markup on the product they're trying to sell you, as far as like upsells, like insurance and warranties and stuff like that. So keep that finance amount low. You do that because here's the thing, guys: the more money you pay down, it puts more equity in it, and if you got equity in it, guys, it makes it easier to sell it or trade it later on. And the extra money you put in it, you'll get back when you sell it or trade it, or get back most of it. So keep that in mind. Where other dealers, and I love this because I was talking to a customer the other day about this. They went to Rip Off for they said, well, we had to have this warranty and we had to have this, this, and this, and it was only $20-something a month more on their payment. Guys, when they start talking about raising your payment up X amount of dollars for this, this, and this, best thing you can do is turn around and leave and just tell them no thanks. I don't care about the payment. I care about how much I'm financing. They use payment as a distraction to keep you away from seeing how much you're actually paying for the RV you want to buy and how much you're financing. Because people it's just we're human beings, guys. A lot of us get fixated on one thing instead of the whole picture. And most of us get fixated on payment. Guys, you should have already done your research. You should be able to look up and get an idea roughly You should already call your bank or credit union before you even start RV shopping. You should already have a rough idea of what terms and interest rate and how long they go on what year model RVs as far as financing is concerned. So you already have an idea of payment. So your payment will always fall in line with the amount you finance. Quit shopping payment. That's how they get you. Shop amount financed and interest rate. That right there, those two things will protect you more from getting ripped off than anything else I know, because when they don't want to show you how much you're financing, that's when you know they're trying to pull wool over your eyes. So anyway, guys, just my advice for the day. Take it how you will. Thank you again for watching, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.